You're listening to Australia's national youth radio station, Triple J. For more info, go to triplej.net.au.
Hello.
Hang on, keep talking.
Mental. I had a couple of cheeky dogs licking at my spatula.
Do you see what I'm talking about?
Hang on a second.
Very careful what you say now.
Ross Noble and Terri Psiakis.
We'd be in trouble.
Would we?
This takes the cake.
I want you to look at my bum. I mean, you know what we could do? What are you doing?
It wasn't that bad.
I've digressed with silly. What else is
She
there?
could turn you over.
That's what you'd find.
Brace yourself, it's Ross Noble and Terri Psiakis on Triple J.
International man of comedy, Ross Noble and Terri Psiakis, open for business.
Open for business.
Apparently.
I was having a little chuckle there. Just opened the paper and there's a picture of Frankie Muniz.
Oh, Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, he always lifts my day. I've got our music. Is that happening?
You've got what?
Well, the music. What happened to our opening music? We're open for business. There was no...
Oh, hang on a
Go
sec.
on, have some. Perfect. You see, that's what we want. We can't.
I know. I neglected it yesterday. I didn't do it that many times. We got complaints.
I know. People have been complaining that we haven't given it. In fact, that there is the perfect music to accompany Frankie Muniz.
What's that?
We just look at his face. Look at his face, right? And press the button.
Yeah.
You see what I
That's
mean?
him.
Yeah.
He's
If
got
you don't,
Frankie Muniz written all over.
it has, hasn't it? You know, like Frankie Muniz now, though, not when he was a child, strangely enough.
Yeah, he looks... He's growing older. Like, he's
Yeah.
kind of, he's getting broad-shouldered and he's getting taller and stuff. But he's looking more and more childish as he ages. Is that possible?
I think
He's looking a bit kind of Munchkin-like.
It's funny that, isn't it? Because I love that when you get them child stars. Have you seen Jonathan Limpnicki recently? He's starting to look a bit...
for the kid from Jerry Maguire.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
human head weighs 8 pounds.
That's the fella. Yeah. Well,
What's
his
he looking
human
like?
head...
Is he in rehab yet?
His human head now weighs 120 pounds. His head's grown, but his body hasn't.
Oh, no, that's
He's a
sad.
giant-headed child.
That's unfortunate.
That's one of my favourite things in life, that. You know,
Big-headed kids.
Yeah, when you see a kid and they've got a massive head.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
a bobble-headed doll.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm glad you mentioned bobble-headed dolls.
Hold that thought.
Right. Yeah, you can actually... I hope it arrives by the time we finish doing the show. I've had a bobble-headed doll made of myself.
What?
There's a company now in America that has... this is the trouble, you see. I've been in America and I've got, like, all these exciting things that you can... I've got... You know what I bought, right? While I was over there. Now, I'm not a bling sort of guy. No. I'm not, like, living at large with my crew.
No way.
But what I've noticed, right, is... crew... Right? Everyone says crew.
My crew.
My crew.
Yeah.
Well, like, when I'm on tour, right, I've got my crew.
As in your stage crew?
Yeah, stage crew. So, legitimately, I'm allowed to say crew.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the amount of people that have picked me up on it, I'll go, oh, yeah, I went out for... you just went out for some tea with my crew. And I'm like, oh, it's your crew. Oh, yeah. Word up, homie. I'm going, no, my crew from the show, that set things up.
Yeah.
And that can lead to problems. So before you judge somebody when they're using the hip-hop lingo, just be aware they might have a crew.
They ask them if they have a stage show.
Exactly.
Before you start taking the piss.
Yeah, or alternatively, ask them if they're like a foreman on a big... on a big construction job.
Or if they work on a ship.
Exactly. An admiral. You see? That's, rappers and admirals, they're the two that are allowed
They're allowed to have a crew. So did you buy a bobble-headed doll of yourself to give to your crew?
Well, no. That would be terrible, wouldn't it?
That would be the ultimate. Thanks for working on the show.
Yeah.
Here's a little bit of me you can have forever.
Apparently that's what Joan Collins did when she finished working on a film. She gave everyone in the crew...
A pair of her undies.
A pair of her pants.
Did she really?
Yeah, and she was wearing them at the time. She actually presented herself in pants and went, please like me. Because that's how she talks now, Joan Collins. Oh. She's one of those women where they always go, oh, yeah, Joan Collins. Oh, she's ever so sexy for an older woman.
Is
Wrong.
She? No, I don't
she's
think
not.
she is.
She's an old woman that's making the best of it.
She's kept herself a tidy little package, but I don't think she's sexy. Like, she's looking good for her age, but I wouldn't go so far as to say, if I had a fantasy, it would be...
Yeah, I always think Joan Collins...
Joan in the nude.
Yeah. It's not really, is it? It's not up to scratch. I'd like to see a conversation between an admiral and a rapper. You know?
Referring to their cruise.
The cruise, you know? Like, I was chilling with my crew, and the Admiral, where my crew? My crew are highly efficient. And they were like, yeah, man, my crew kick some ass.
Bitches and hoes.
Bitches and hoes.
Bobble-headed doll.
Sorry, bobble-headed doll. No, but sorry, before I get on to the bobble-headed doll.
Okay, hang on. I'm just making a note of bobble-headed doll.
The,
otherwise it will be lost forever in the ether.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know what it is. I think it's the somebody told me to talk louder because they're listening. I forget.
Why?
I forget
can
what.
turn your mic up. You don't have to talk loud.
No, it's all right. I'm happy to.
Hey, don't you do any work? This is what all these buttons are for.
There could be. You could. There's two options there, isn't it? You can either turn the thing up or I can lean forward. I can't be leaning.
What are you more comfortable doing?
I'd rather
You're leaning back with your feet on the table yesterday. Bugger it. Let's bring up your mic.
No, I'm not a bling man. That's what I was going to say. But I bought in America. I bought the a gold slinky.
Mm-hmm.
You know the
they put them downstairs
the
and
stairs.
they go slink.
Bought a 14-carat gold slinky.
What? Why?
I'm not joking.
Just why?
Because it's there. It was either that, right? It was either because I didn't want to spend the money on a diamond encrusted Etch-a-Sketch.
Can you buy one of those?
Yeah, you certainly can. Diamond Etch-a-Sketch. I thought that's.
Puff Daddy's branching out. Isn't
I know.
He?
I thought that's too much. Diamond Etch-a-Sketch. It's too far.
But the gold slinky.
But the gold slinky,
that was all right.
The gold slinky is fair enough. I wanted a solid crystal Pez.
Of your own head on the dispenser?
No. Oh, wouldn't that be good if you could... Yeah. But the bobblehead thing...
Yeah, that's right. We'll tick this off
There's
now.
a company now... let me... So I've got to... Remind me to give you... I found a leaflet which I want to show you in a bit. I'll show you that later. Hang on. It's there. I'll show you that.
Okay.
There's a company now in America where you can go along, you can have your head scanned... Right, like lasers and all that, and I hit the mic there as I was gesticulating wildly,
excitedly.
I think it's the moisture today has invigorated me.
Well, it's a damp day in Melbourne where we're broadcasting to you wherever you are around the country, and very damp, very damp.
And I'll tell you what, see this suede book that I've been sporting.
Oh, that's going to get mouldy.
I've got a suede covered book. It is which I thought I'd buy that especially for the show.
Yep.
To write all the things down in that's happening.
Because there's an incredible amount of planning that you have to do.
Exactly.
Before we
it's
start
more
at 12 o'clock every day.
It's more cataloguing than planning, and And I got that lovely suede book, which I like to rub when during the record, I'll just have a little cheeky rub of that.
I've noticed.
And, this morning, trying to carry that through the rain.
Yeah, you have to have a special plastic casing, I think. Perhaps some sort of protective sheath that you can pop over your suede-covered journal.
Yeah, well, they didn't warn me about that when I bought it, did they?
Well, you can waterproof it. You can buy that spray waterproofing
true.
stuff.
It's a good job cows, I think, have got... If you think about it, it's a good job the leather side's out, isn't it?
Yeah.
And not the inside. If cows were born inside out... can you imagine the state of a suede cow? Just one afternoon in the field, you'd be ruined.
Bobblehead.
So I had my head scanned.
Yeah.
Me and Fran, my wife as well. We both had our heads. She wasn't quite as excited about it as I was.
How could you not be excited about your own head on a bobble-headed doll? It's the novelty, surely. That would be enough to amuse you for even just a few minutes.
Yeah, but are you not one of these people, like all of our holiday videos, like whenever we got, video, it's basically her just going, get lost, like
doesn't like to be photographed.
Doesn't like to be photographed at all. And, so the idea of taking it that next step and actually being fully bobbleheaded.
Well, surely the idea of having her head on a bobble-headed doll, that would be good for Fran, because instead of you taking pictures of her, you can just take pictures of her doll at the various places that you visit.
I see what you mean.
It takes the heat off her. She should be, really into the whole bobblehead thing.
Except the only problem with that is that if I was to show people photographs of myself and my wife on holiday or just enjoy, but anyone that didn't know her, I'd go, oh yeah, that's my wife there. They'd go, oh, she's lovely. She's got a very nice face, beautiful one. But unfortunately, she seems to be 4 inches high with a massive head. Hang on, that's not your wife. That's Jonathan Limpnicki.
Ross Noble and Terri Psiakis with you. And Ross, you've been very keen to be pecked by a chook the last couple of days.
Yeah, I can't even remember how it started now.
Neither
to
can
be
I.
Perfectly honest with you, we completely forgot in that first section to actually mention to people what we were doing over the course of the show. We'll probably do that at a later stage.
Well, I reckon let's talk chickens for now.
If we get around to it, yeah. But at some point, a chicken got. Oh, was it Kevlar?
Kevlar vest.
Yeah, we got it through.
Did you get pecked or something?
Something. Somehow. Anyway.
Let's not dwell.
It was chicken related. And we're still looking for somebody to bring a chicken in that can give me a peck.
Yeah. Well, I've got someone we can give a buzz, we can call later, someone who has offered. We've got to sort out the nitty gritty. We're going to give them a call a bit later on.
Excellent.
But someone who has already been pecked by a chook is Miles from Yarrangup in WA. You there, Miles?
Yep.
Now, how old are you, Miles?
11.
11. And what happened to you yesterday?
Well, I'm on holidays and we were staying on a farm, and me and my sister went over to some chickens. I was pointing to a chicken to show her something, and the chicken in front of it jumped up and bit my finger, thinking it was food.
So it gave you a good hard pecking?
Yeah.
And was there any blood? Did you bleed? Was it painful?
No blood.
How much did it hurt? On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate it?
About 4 or 5.
Oh, right. So you could have taken another peck, probably?
Pardon?
Could you have taken another peck?
Yeah, probably.
How many pecks do you reckon it would have taken before you'd gone, that's enough?
About 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 1's manageable, 7 or 8, bit too much.
Yeah.
And did you attempt to bring a lawsuit against the owners of the chicken, Miles?
Probably not.
No.
You weren't dressed as Colonel Sanders by any chance, were you? With a little necktie on? Because I've heard that can rile up our chicken friends. You know, they see that anyone wearing glasses and a necktie, to them, they just see the Colonel. In fact, anyone with white hair, straight for the face. You've got to be very careful with that sort of thing.
And has it put you off chooks, Miles? Is this, has it ruined any future relationships you might have with chickens?
Not really.
No, that's all right. Don't hold it against the chooks.
It's like falling off a horse.
Yeah, you get back on.
Yeah.
Get back on that chicken, Miles.
Yeah.
Not literally, obviously. You'll smash its tiny legs. But that would be a way of retribution, you know? It begs you sit on it.
Yeah. What do you got planned for the rest of your holidays, Miles?
Well, we're just at Yellingup Beach now, about to go for a swim.
Oh, nice.
Not sure what we're going to do for the rest. We'll be going back to Adelaide soon.
Right. See, wouldn't it be handy if we had a pair of pants in Yarrangup?
It would be.
That we could get, Miles. Have you heard about us sending pants across Australia? What do you think about it, Miles? Do you reckon it's a good idea?
Yeah. Is
that Dad telling you to say stuff in the background, Miles?
Yeah.
Give him a backhander.
Is your dad there going, it's a stupid idea. They're wasting everybody's time. They should get proper jobs.
All right. Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your holiday, Miles, and thanks for giving us a ring today.
Yep.
See ya.
Okay.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.
Do you see that?
That's lovely.
Yeah, that says a lot about the youth of today, doesn't it? You know, it says that a lot of people, you sort of, your pensionable type people would say the youth of today, wouldn't take a peck off a chicken. Look, he was quite prepared to take.
Up for it. He only rated it a 4 or a 5.
4 or 5, but you don't know what size chicken was.
He may have leathery skin.
Exactly,
we don't know.
Yeah.
We can't see Miles.
He might be a tiny cow child that's been born inside out.
He may be made entirely of Kevlar.
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
It is.
Ross and Terri with you on Triple J, and we are joined now in the studio by 2 very special people. Firstly, just to recap.
Special guests.
Yes,
not special
very
people.
Special.
You make
no,
it sound
not
like they're a bit
not like
simple.
that. No. To recap very, very briefly, we are sending 4 pairs of your pants.
My actual pants, the pants of peace, they've now been dubbed.
That's right.
We're
around the
sending
country.
them all around Australia. One's going east, one's going west, one's going north, one's every point of the compass.
The eastern pair was sent off yesterday. Russell took them to Sydney last night. So today we've got to organise the next leg.
You hear that sound?
You're tapping a map.
A map that you got.
A large map of Australia.
How much did that cost you?
$4 for members of the particular establishment that sold it.
Yeah.
$7 for everyone else.
You mean it was a motoring organisation?
Yeah.
That sounds like you're a member of a special secret, like a club, like a map club.
It's the Freemasons, and no, it's a $4 map, but it's quite, adequate.
And we've put it on a bit of board.
We've allocated a highlighter pen colour to each pair of pants.
You've highlighted.
I have to explain what I've done. I'm a Virgo, so each pair of pants has its own highlighter pen colour, and it also has corresponding coloured stars.
Are you a Virgo?
I'm very meticulous
and
about
what does
these
that
things.
mean?
That means that I'm very, almost obsessive compulsive, very meticulous, very fussy, anal retentive.
What's your birthday?
Critical. September the 8th.
September the 8th, right. Yeah. I'll tell you what we'll do later on. When I show you that leaflet, I'll do your horoscope.
Nice.
Right.
Okay, love it. Well,
anyway.
we've sent the Eastern pair off yesterday. Our two very special guests today, Elise and Simone, who are travelling to... Where are you going today?
Tasmania. We're going to Devonport today, and then we're just going around Tasmania.
Awesome.
And what was the... What made you... I've got nothing against Tasmania. I've had a lot of fun in Tasmania. What's the idea behind the... what made you go, you know what? Tasmania's the place to travel to.
Because you've never been there before.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much the only one in my family who's been to Tasmania, and that was for, like, school camp.
Right.
So we thought we'll go.
Because it's a top place. I've been to Tassie a couple of times. Absolutely love it. So you get to go now, Elise. You get to see what all the fuss is about in Tassie, and you're going to take our southern pants with you to Tassie.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. Shall we show our guests the southern pants so they know what they will be travelling with?
Which
now,
pants have been allocated to the
southern pants are the beige shorts.
Oh, the beige shorts. I feel you might have talked up them. Talked up them.
They're beige. No, I haven't. Certainly haven't talked up them.
Don't talk up them, they're in shorts.
They are beige and they are short.
Strangely,
with the large hole right
you've got the ones with the bit of the saucy hole there. That's not right. But look, yesterday our intrepid artists put the Great Ocean Road, that's what they stapled onto that. So you need to... so I'll hand those ceremonial handing over
This is the handing of the pants. They've just gone over the desk. They are now in Elise's hands.
I'm lifting up the map so I can have a quick look.
There's the map. So I've got to allocate a colour for these shorts as well.
Yes, me too. It's quite tragic. I can't believe you've got such effort for it. So you got Launceston. I've been to Launceston. It's good there. Where else? New Norfolk, you got Bridgewater. Are you going anywhere near Dover?
I have no idea where Dover is.
That's down the south there. $4 if you're a member of that the secret organisation, the Illuminati. Loads of places there.
So where does the Spirit of Tasmania arrives? Where? Like, I've never travelled.
In Devonport.
It arrives in Devonport. Yeah. And then where do you plan to go from there? Is there an itinerary?
I think we're going to go, like, down the east coast or west coast. I can't remember. And then, like, go down to Port Arthur and then kind of, like, come back up.
Okay. And how long is your trip going to be?
10 days.
10 days. Does that work out?
Yeah, that works out.
We come back to Melbourne on the 21st.
Oh, you know
what?
One
day off.
We're going to have to do an exchange of the pants. But you know what?
Go on.
It's very, very lucky because we have a listener named Shane, who I'm going to ring very shortly, who is in Tassie, is a resident of Tassie, who's offering to take them around Tassie and then, photograph them and stuff and possibly get them back to Melbourne.
And allow people to possibly meet up with the pants.
Yeah, to meet up with the pants, be photographed with the pants, send
Brilliant.
your photos into the website, Ross and Terri page of triplej.net.au. You know you guys have to do that. You have to take a photo of yourselves with the pants in Tassie.
On the Spirit of Tasmania.
On the boat. Oh, could you do it like
the Titanic thing?
Oh, that'd be beautiful.
Simone, what a
king of the pants.
Well, what we'll do is, it's brilliant that you're getting them to Tassie, but what we might do is arrange a handover while you're there. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay,
some dodgy ferry terminal.
So someone who... Well, we'll get on to Shane first and we'll suss Shane out.
The Spirit of Tasmania is probably just defending Tasmania, isn't it? Because pretty much that's what everyone I've met from Tasmania, even people who live there and love it, just go, it's really good. We really like it here. And you just go, I never slagged it off. No,
they get a bit defensive.
Yeah, they do. You haven't even said anything. They go, honestly, it's really good.
Yeah.
It's like people from New Zealand. You turn up in New Zealand and go, do you like it? And you just go, yeah, it's fine.
See, I've never understood Adelaide people have that defensiveness about them. I've been to Adelaide a number of times. loved it. But they get a bit, they're ready to punch you before you even say, no, really, I enjoy it.
You know what I think it is with Adelaide? I think it's because of all them churches.
Yeah.
Like, I love Adelaide. I've had a lot of fun times in Adelaide, but the whole... I just think that many churches...
Yeah.
It's just a little bit...
dodgy.
Do you know what I mean? I think... No, it is. I mean, like, I'm not a fan of organised religion, but I like looking at a church.
Yeah.
But it's the worship side of things. I reckon people turn up and go, there's a lot of churches here. Can't be any fun, But it's great if you want wafers.
Are you girls going to visit churches in Tassie? Is that the plan?
We might have to make a special trip.
Make a special trip. What time do you head off today?
I think 8.
8 o'clock tonight.
Yeah.
All right.
And the great thing is, if anyone's going to be on the Spirit of Tasmania travelling, then can see you with the pants. So it's 8 o'clock. Is that the time? That's the time.
I think
time
so.
to depart.
Perfect. So if you're on the 8 o'clock Spirit of Tasmania,
yes,
let's
from
have
Melbourne.
a little meet up.
Yes,
pants party.
Come and say hello.
Exactly.
A pants party.
There's a party
Brilliant.
in my pants. That's the old line, isn't it? But yeah, a pants party,
Yeah.
brilliant. On the very front, as close. You probably can't get to the...
No, they've got like a block. You can't get to the front.
I think that's specifically been put in.
Can't do that.
Yeah, to stop people...
Do it at the back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no one's going to know.
Should we do it at the back of the ship? That would work, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
So
or see if you can find a flagpole and hoist the pants.
I think that's illegal, isn't it?
Is it?
I've got a feeling that's one of those things where, you know how it's something like if you fly the Union Jack upside down, that means that that's a sign of like
it.
piracy and like you're not allowed to something like you're not allowed to fly the Jolly Roger or something like there's one of it's some crazy. Ring in and let us know if you know there's some kind of
Surely,
crazy.
these are the pants of peace. How could that be?
Exactly.
An offensive gesture.
But they might also be, the code flags. Different code flags can mean different things. That might mean like, hey, come and get it. You see some pants up a flagpole, it might mean, there's horny sailors ready for fun,
God forbid. Well, Elise and Simone, thank you for taking the southern pants.
And thanks for taking the effort to come in here.
Yes, and for coming in. And we've got your mobile number. Make sure you take your charger because we'll give you a buzz and we'll arrange for someone to meet you somewhere in Tassie and continue the journey of the pants.
8 o'clock, back of probably half an hour into the journey, do you reckon?
Yeah.
About half an hour in, get yourself to the back of the ship. Anyone that's on the 8 o'clock Spirit of Tasmania, you'll know them. They're holding a pair of pants with a pornographic hole in it.
All right, well, enjoy your trip, girls. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks so much.
All right.
It's all kicked off here at Pants Central. Here we go.
Pandemonium.
Yeah,
Pants Central.
Here you go. I've looked in my special horoscope book here. Right.
Oh, yeah, for Virgos.
September the 8th, yeah?
Yep.
Right, here we go. You're a shrewd judge of character and can tell a blacksmith from a man... You're a shrewd judge of... You're a shrewd... I can't say the word shrewd. Shrewd judge of character and can tell a blacksmith from just a man in a leather apron. You never shy away from a challenge and would climb up a flagpole dressed as the Stars and Stripes if called upon to do so. Your lucky animal is geese.
That's me, exactly.
It really is, isn't it?
Geese have always brought me luck.
And it's bizarre that flagpole was mentioned in there because Ray from Balmain has rung up and said that if you fly the flag upside down, it means you're in distress.
Ah, so it's not a pirate kind of I'm subverting something, being naughty. It's please help me.
Yeah, so I would be there on the high seas going, look at me, I'm a pirate. And people would be going, do you need some help? Shocking.
Well, if you missed it, we just sent off our southern pants with Elise and Simone, who are taking them they're going on the Spirit of Tasmania.
Spirit of Tasmania.
Tonight, and they're taking them, they land in Devonport, was it? I think they said that they land there this evening. And so we need someone, but they're not coming back to Melbourne until the 21st of January, and our final day is the 20th. We would like all pants to be returned between 12 and 3.
For our exciting, as yet not fully organised closing ceremony.
That's right, on Friday the 20th between 12 and 3. Now,
which is also the last day of our show. We must point this out, right?
Yes.
This is very important. We must reiterate this.
Yes.
We're only on for 2 weeks. This isn't an ongoing thing.
No.
So for anyone that's just going, what the hell is this? I can't deal with this for years on end. It's 2 weeks.
It's 2 weeks.
And we're halfway through the first week as well.
Lighten up. Get over it. It's 2 weeks. Now, I mentioned that we had an email from the delightful Shane from Tasmania who offered to take care of the pants while they're in Tassie. Shane, are you there?
Yeah, sure am.
You are. Now, what are you proposing that you'll do?
Oh, well, what we've got, I think we're going to assemble a fellowship of the pants.
Oh, nice.
And just get them about Tasmania, photograph them in every, the backwater spots, the spots that you just wouldn't think of.
Yeah.
In Tassie. Get
the
them
out-of-the-way
there.
places.
And who is joining you in the Fellowship of the Pants?
The Fellowship of the Pants with Kenya, my lovely fiancée. She'll be joining the fellowship.
Excellent.
Dan, a couple of my mates from Performing Arts School. We're going to get them in the fellowship. So Rosie, Jacko, Reese.
You're not going to do any mime with the pants, are you?
There'll be no mime in the pants. No.
Good.
Rosie, Jacko, and who?
Rosie, Jacko, Reese, and Kai.
Reese and Kai. There's more people in your fellowship than there was in the Fellowship of the Ring. Could you get
also Jess? She'll get angry if I forget Jess.
Sorry, Jess. Could you get? I know this is pushing it, but could some of you dress up as those big moving trees? In the Lord of the Rings.
They've got people who've done performance.
Perfect. You could probably just be a tree.
Raid the costume department, and off they go.
Lovely work.
And you're going to be faithful to the rules. You're going to photograph things. You're going to send them into the website so we can keep track.
Certainly will be. We just got a digital camera on hire purchase, so.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Good to use.
Well, we've had a couple of offers in Tassie. There's a couple of people who are happy to take them to a couple of places. Would you be happy to share the pants with?
Yeah, we can share the pants.
Isn't that beautiful?
Because I'm
people
thinking
are going to share the pants.
We could even set up get photographed with the pants day.
Yes, well, that's what we want. We want to stay in touch with you so we can broadcast where the pants are going to be in Tassie at a particular, on a particular day at a particular time, so people can touch the pants.
Oh, fantastic.
I'm also thinking what we should do is we should maybe provide you with supplies or things that... Is there anything that people could, say, bring you, the first stop?
Oh, at the first stop, bring a feather.
A feather. That's good. Nice work.
All right, well, what we'll do is off air, we will just... we'll have to suss out how Shane... can meet up, how and where Shane can meet up with Elise and Simone.
It's going to be at the ferry port, isn't it?
I think can we give Elise and Simone a day with the pants? I think that would be nice, seeing as they've transported. Maybe they should get a day with the pants.
So, so we exchange during tomorrow's show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? We'll do the first exchange during tomorrow's show.
The first exchange during tomorrow's show, sort of...
Are you free between 12 and 3 tomorrow, Shane?
12 and 3, yes, and free.
Yes, you're free. Well, this is all coming together nicely. Yeah. Well, look, I'll pop you back on hold, and we'll organise when you can meet up with Elise and Simone. How does that sound?
Yeah, sounds good. You still want me to bring the pants back to Melbourne?
Oh, that was the other part. Yeah. Would you like to bring the pants back to Melbourne on Friday the 20th of January?
I'd love to. If there's going to be a carnival of sorts, I'd love to.
That was the most important bit.
Oh,
we nearly forgot it.
Yeah, definitely. You might as well be here for the big closing ceremony.
And can I just point out now, Shane, you hadn't planned to be travelling to Melbourne on Friday the 20th of January. You are going to do it just purely for the delivery of the pants.
Yeah, purely for the pants. I was thinking of coming over for the Ferris wheel. But, if I can bring the pants, even better.
Well, we're trying to get a marching band. We're hoping that there'll be a marching band. How does that tickle your fancy?
That's brilliant.
All right. That's good.
Yeah. And his fancy will be well tickled if people are going to bring feathers.
All right, Shane, I'm going to pop you back on hold. Can I fade you down?
You sure can.
No problem. Isn't Shane lovely? Fade him down, right?
You know what would be beautiful? What would bring the whole thing together in one beautiful circular fellowship if people turned up with chicken feathers?
Chicken feathers at the first exchange.
You know what was great about that is the fact that, we offered them, it could have been anything. It could have, what do you want people to bring along? And it could have, could have been food, could have been nice biscuits, packet of Tim Tams, so feathers.
A feather.
Because that's what I like. He's thinking about the bigger picture, the idea of the pants surrounded by feathers rather than, his own Tim Tam fun.
And he's being just obscure enough for it to fit in with the whole idea in the first place.
Exactly. Good on him. That. Let the fellowship commence.
Ross Noble and Terri Psiakis with you this afternoon.
I think my head might be about to melt.
Your head.
Even my head is starting to go.
Take a walk in my shoes, pal. Tell your story walking. Well, it's exciting times. We've sent pants off. We've sent 2 pairs of pants off now.
You know what it feels like? You know, in like 24 and all those shows when they've got like a big nerve centre and they're all sitting around and stuff's like, it's like that. Yeah. It's like I feel like it's sort of.
We've got our Western pants are going to be sent off fairly shortly.
And I've even got so into the spirit of things. I've even put a little thing on there.
You have. You've put the star and the corresponding coloured highlighter. We'll make a Virgo of you yet, Ross.
In fact, you know what I'm going to do tonight, right? I can't promise anything, but tonight I'm going to make some tiny pairs of pants, and we can pin them onto that. That's not even a pin board. I'll hammer them in if necessary.
But we'll make it one.
I found my leaflet I was going to show you as well, but we haven't got to.
Hang on one sec.
Show you that.
People are asking what happens to the pants when they get sent off. Just hold that thought for just 1 second, because the other ball that we have in the air at the moment is Ross Noble's desire to be pecked by a chicken. We wanted to get a chicken into the studio.
The Kevlar.
Yes, to test your Kevlar vest. How good is it really, and would a chicken's peck... Is that what we wanted it for, or was it to?
I think. Well, basically,
weren't we talking about how fast a duck?
Yeah,
could...
it was the pressure of the chicken. I forget how it started, but basically, we haven't even mentioned this either, have we? I've got a big bag of my clothes, which we're giving away, which is how this whole thing started. Yes. If you didn't hear the show, if you haven't heard the shows, you can get them online, can't you? The podcasts.
Yes, you can.
And one of the things is a Kevlar motorcycle protective jerkin, I like to call it.
Jerkin?
It's more of a jerkin than a vest.
That word around.
And it's supposed to be like as tough as leather.
Yep.
Somebody on the email did say after I suggested that you could be stabbed in it, you're an idiot. Don't even think about it. But it's 100% Kevlar, and that's as tough as leather.
All right.
Motorcycle thing, and we wanted to see whether
the chicken could peck through.
I don't even know how we got onto chickens.
I don't know. But Matt from Melbourne, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You are. Now, you are in, can I stress, legal possession of a chicken. Is that right?
Not yet. Not yet.
Oh, hang on. What do you mean? I'm led to believe that you can bring a chicken into the studio today.
I can bring a chicken in, but I'm getting a chicken as a present for somebody else. So I thought I'd kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And
so to speak. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah.
We don't want you killing 2 birds on air.
So hang on, just back up the truck a second. Take us through this. You're getting a chicken as a present for someone else.
Yes.
Who for and where from?
From mother, from market, from a market.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. And
so,
do they want a chicken? Is it one of those things where they've been dropping hints? They're going, oh, I do like eggs, and you thought, oh yeah, I've got it. Who? Why?
Sort of like that. I thought it'd be funny giving Mum a chicken.
Is she a chicken lover and not in the South Park sense of that phrase?
Oh, dodgy. No, she does love chicken. She had one as a child.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So on the way to delivering the chicken to your mum, you're going to bring it into the studios
to get a taste for blood.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll see if it's vicious chicken. Because if it's vicious, I might not give it to her.
All right. Well, what time is all this due to happen? Are you on your way to get the chicken now, are you, Matt?
I'm on my way as we speak.
Okay. So what time do you reckon you can be at the South Bank studios of the ABC in Melbourne?
Hopefully within the hour.
Within the hour?
Ooh, nice.
Hopefully.
That'd be nice.
Don't hold me to that.
I reckon...
don't hold me.
Deadline chicken, probably. Well, we could go, within an hour. Yeah.
And what have you got to transport the chicken? Have you got a little basket or something?
Cardboard box.
Oh, punch some holes in, won't you?
Yeah, of course.
I don't want to deliver a dead chicken. All right, well, look, we'll leave you to it.
Okay.
I'll put you back on hold, and Amy can grab your mobile number if she hasn't done so already, and we'll see you with chicken
within an hour.
Within the hour.
Excellent.
Good on you, mate.
All right, I'm fading you down, Matt. Is that all right?
Look at that.
All right, cool. Bye.
A lot of people said it couldn't be done. A lot of people said, you'll never get a live chicken.
I may have been one of those people.
Yeah,
I'm now happy to renege on that.
Yeah.
Now, if we could just address very briefly the issue of the pants. We sent a pair off to Sydney yesterday.
Who's got the Sydney pants
Russell has the pants in Sydney. Apparently he is in or around Alexandria, which is just outside the city, or Alexandra, I'm not sure.
Right in the CBD, though, isn't it? He said it's right
nearby. Or maybe he can get to the CBD. Basically, we're going to get in touch with Russell and just pinpoint exactly where he is. But if you are travelling from Sydney onto... These are the eastern pants, so we kind of want them to keep going up the eastern seaboard. We're thinking towards Brisbane.
Yeah.
But it might be a little spot on the way. Take the mic with you.
Look at this.
Look at you.
Just to let you know what I'm doing here. I'm no longer sitting at the desk. I'm holding the mic in front of me whilst at the... look at that.
In front of the map. Even Amy, our producer extraordinaire, is craning her neck around to have a look.
This is brilliant. You
can sit on the floor.
I'm going right down on the floor. I'm now broadcasting to a nation on the floor.
Tap the map with the mic just to prove that you've really... There you go.
Look at that. I'm miles away. How far does this reach?
So we want to get the Sydney pair. We're thinking, towards Brisbane. So we keep going up the eastern seaboard because this is the eastern pants.
We're looking at Brisbane or Toowoomba, of course, is in line.
Lovely place.
Is in line. I mean, alternatively, if you wanted to go, you could go further out to like Charlesville. Is that
no? That's going in though. Don't we want to keep it going up?
Yeah,
there?
but if somebody was maybe going there and then a friend was coming back towards.
What were the places on the way from Sydney to Brisbane? Was Coffs Harbour? Was that one of them?
Yeah, we're looking at Newcastle, of course.
There you go.
There's Newcastle. That is going to be quite a slow journey, though, if it's only going that distance.
That's a little jump.
Maitland, Newcastle. These are the big places. You've got Tuncurry, Harrington, Port Macquarie, Tamworth, Kempsey, Coffs Harbour, Grafton. You've got Glen Innes.
And then go up a bit. What are the places just before you hit Brizzy?
You've got Surfers. You've got Tweed Heads. Good name for a band, that. Byron Bay. You've got, where else? Lismore. Warwick, if you go in just a little bit. Yeah. Ipswich, Brisbane.
So basically, we need someone who's travelling from Sydney to any of those places, and you need to be able to meet up with Russell sometime between now and 3 o'clock. We're going to try and arrange the handover
and we'll do that
the Eastern pants.
Yeah, and we'll do that in Sydney. And then anyone else that wants to go along and be photographed with the pants can do that as well.
Yeah, because we'll announce where the handover is going to take place. It'll be a public place. This is the other thing, the safety issue.
Yeah, exactly.
Where do we do the handover? What if someone's a murderer? What if we do...
do you like what I'm doing now?
Yeah, now you're roaming. It's distracting.
I'm roaming around the studio with the microphone, just leaning against it, bumping into things. This is brilliant.
Public places, preferably, for the handovers. We did throw around the idea of having each handover take place outside the local police station of the town, just to be absolutely certain that nothing was going to go wrong. But we figure public places. So
exactly.
We'll find like a big... Can you not go where I can't see?
No, look at that. How good's
thank
that?
God I'm not wearing a skirt today. It's gone under the desk.
Look at that. I'm actually under the desk now.
That's extremely tidy. So if you can... Thank God.
Right.
If you can be in Sydney, if you're in Sydney and you're travelling to any of those places that we mentioned, like up towards Brisbane, 1300 0555 36, and you can arrange to be, to get the pants today, basically, between now and 3 o'clock. We want to do the handover live on air, 1300 0555 36. Ross Noble, Terri Psiakis with you, and we're joined in the studio
by
again
more people, members of the Fellowship of the Pants.
Yay! Emma and Jessica, thanks for coming in today.
Okay.
Now you are going to take our Western pants, which are the black check corduroy pants, the long pants.
Never been worn.
Never been worn, still got the tags on them.
But have been adorned by our artists yesterday with a beautiful jumping kangaroo.
Yes,
beautiful.
And where are you going to take them and how?
We're driving to Adelaide.
Awesome.
So we're going on a road trip.
You are. What was the catalyst for the road trip? Is there someone you're going to visit or just for the hell of it?
Yep, no, one of my friends, Joe, lives in Adelaide, so we're going to visit him because we're on school holidays, both teachers, so cool.
Yeah.
Excellent. And I like the fact that you're going to turn up in Adelaide and he's going to be there and then hundreds of people are going to come down and be photographed with you at the handover. They're popular.
So when do you anticipate that you'll get to Adelaide?
Friday afternoon.
Friday afternoon. So we're now potentially looking for someone. These are the Western pair, so we want to get these to Perth.
Yeah.
Really,
so
don't
Perth
we?
over the weekend, so yeah.
Yeah, so we're also now on the hunt. You can either call us or even, I would advise for this particular leg, seeing as it's not going to happen for a couple of days, hit us on the guest book, the Ross and Terri page of triplej.net.au. If you are travelling from Adelaide to Perth sometime on or after Friday afternoon.
And there's going to be time problems as well, isn't there, once you get over to Perth?
Oh, yeah, how are we going to do that handover?
That's going to be tricky.
That's another kettle of fish. We're going to need to do maths for that.
So if you're travelling if you're in Perth, it's going to have to be somebody that's listening on the internet, isn't it?
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah, let's not get ahead of us.
So you're leaving, when are you embarking on this trip?
Right now.
Right now.
Yeah,
so
we leave the studio and we're heading off.
And
you show the pants on time.
Oh, good stuff. And what vehicle are you in?
We're in a Ford Festiva.
And what colour is it?
It's
blue.
Blue-purple colour.
Blue.
We were thinking of putting up a sign saying that we were the pants courier.
Yeah, no, do.
You should do it.
Toot at us if you see us on the freeway.
Honk the pants of peace.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? That'd be great.
Exactly.
So look out for us, because we're crazy.
Was it a blue Ford Festiva?
That's it.
Travelling from Melbourne to Adelaide.
And then there's maybe some of the pubs that you might see us in as well.
Yeah.
These pants are going to see a good time.
Excellent.
And it's actually our mission to
get the pants into trouble.
Yeah.
Cool.
You know, maybe even get them arrested before we get to Adelaide.
But do be aware that people will look longingly at the pants and want to steal the pants.
They're going to want to touch the pants.
Yeah, they are. I mean, touching the pants is fine.
We think that the pants might get us into a bit of trouble, but they might
Yeah.
get us out of trouble. That's why we think they're going to... Pants will end up in jail.
This is starting to sound like one of those kind of Saturday afternoon kid shows. The magic pants will get me out of trouble. Where were you thinking? Because you're heading to Adelaide, so you're driving there. Where were you thinking of stopping along the way? Horsham, maybe?
Warrnambool is the destination.
Oh, right. Oh, so you're going... Are you Great Ocean Road?
Yeah, we're going... we're cutting through to Warrnambool and then we're going along the coast the rest of the way.
Nice.
So
maybe
Mount Gambier probably tomorrow night, and then from there straight up to Adelaide.
So Warrnambool tonight?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Well, somebody should give us a ring and let us know of the best pub in Warrnambool then.
Well, why don't you... maybe this is another thing that because clearly we're just making this all up as we go along.
Yeah.
Maybe when you do a stop... If it's between 12 and 3, give us a buzz. Like, wherever you happen to be, the people who have the pants, give us a buzz and we can broadcast where you are with the pants if you're stopping for lunch or something like that. And people can come and say hello.
But give us a ring, Warrnambool, tonight, which is the pub. Do you know where you're staying?
Where do the pants need to go?
Yes, where are the pants? Because, people can turn up.
And also, if you do happen to get in a spot of bother, because you know that one of the conditions is you have to photograph yourselves and the pants various stages along the way.
Right.
Send those photos into the website. If you should happen to get arrested, can we have a photo of you, the pants, and cops?
You know what I've just realised, though, is the fact that if you're very worried that people are going to get into trouble and stuff.
Yeah.
If somebody should go missing, the last photograph, you know how they always show the last photograph of somebody before they went missing? They just go, and this is them, hey, holding up a pair of pants going, woo.
We're just going to blame it all on the pants.
Okay. Well, I'm sure the pants are happy to take responsibility.
It's a little bit like having diplomatic immunity with these plants. Yeah. Normal laws don't apply.
Well, let's do the handover. Let's officially do the handover.
The pants
warning though, they're leaving as pants. They may return as shorts though.
That's quite all right.
Let's see how they come back.
Bear in mind, these have never been worn. These are one of the ones I bought and then just went, nah.
Okay,
but there we go.
So from Ross to Emma and Jessica. Yes, the handover has been made. Well, safe driving.
Thank you.
Drive very safely and have fun. Take care of the pants.
And maybe give us a ring. What time is it now? Yeah, we've got plenty of time. Give us a ring if anyone does honk.
Okay.
All right.
We'll try and put a sign up.
Woo! It is just after 1:30. Ross Noble, Terri Psiakis with you.
See if people were to put worms in a can and I was to open them. That's the best metaphor I could think of.
Oh, man. Well, basically, what we've got to try and hook up today is the handover of the Eastern Pants.
Yes.
The Eastern Pants were taken from Melbourne to Sydney by Russell last night. Now, Russell, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
You are? Okay, that's a relief to me, personally. But now, whereabouts in Sydney are you?
At the moment, I'm just at my place in Alexandria.
Okay, and how far is that from the CBD?
Not too far. You could say probably it's like 3 train stations, probably a $10 taxi ride.
Okay.
Probably 5 minutes by car. It's just a couple of days.
All right, because what we're going to endeavour to organise between now and 3 o'clock, somewhat foolishly, some may say, is for someone to meet up with you in the CBD, someone who can take the pants onwards. So somewhere maybe towards Brisbane or something like that. So are you free to do a handover today?
Yeah, I can do that.
Cool. All right. Well, what we'll do is we will get someone. We will give you a call back when we've got them, and we will arrange the handover in a public place. Is there what place would stand out to you in the CBD?
I reckon maybe the steps of Sydney Town Hall. It's pretty recognisable, and there's always heaps of people there. So.
Great. That sounds good. And also, we're trying to troubleshoot. We're trying to think ahead here. We thought, what if just anyone turns up and says, yeah, g'day, Russell, I'm taking the pants, and that's not the actual person. We're going to give a code word to the actual person who's going to collect the pants from you to make sure that there's, no funny business.
Exactly.
So does that sound good to you?
It does. It does. It sounds pretty foolproof.
Provided we can find someone. Yes.
Yeah. That's if you don't say it on air.
So we need to set a time then, don't we? Really?
Well, we need to wait. We need to get someone to call in and say, "It's me. I'm travelling. I'll be there. I'll pick up."
Oh, okay. Yeah. So haven't you got anyone lined up to take him yet?
Don't say it with that tone, Russell.
Not like we haven't got anyone lined up. We're
trying.
We're trying. So this is very important. This is what we're sending out. If you are travelling from Sydney today or tomorrow...
You can be travelling tomorrow, that's fine. You don't have to leave today. You just need to collect the pants between now and 3.
And you go in front, and you can be at the steps of
Melbourne, the Sydney Town Hall.
Melbourne Town Hall.
Yeah, it's just near Town Hall Station.
Okay.
Anyone who doesn't know.
Steps are there. We're looking probably at about, 2...
Well, between now and 3.
Yeah, between now and 3. If you can get down to and you're travelling up north to anywhere between Sydney and Brisbane or Brisbane, then we need you to take the pants on.
Yeah,
that's what we're hoping for.
Right. So
there's got to be somebody travelling north.
Are you prepared to sit tight and travel to the Sydney Town Hall, the Savo, if need be, Russell?
Yeah, no worries. Awesome. I'll head down there soon.
All right. Well, don't go until we tell you because we may not have anyone.
And have you put anything on the pants yet to designate Sydney?
No, but I'll make sure that happens before I hand them over. Okay?
Yeah, that's got to happen. And have you photographed yourself with the pants, Russell?
I certainly have.
Awesome.
It's all happening now. All we need is the onward courier. Yeah. And it's bang on.
Don't let the team down, Australia.
Yeah.
Someone's got to be doing it. All right. I'll pop you back on hold, Russell, and we'll speak to you again soon.
All right. Cheers,
Just
guys.
hang on the line a sec. I've faded him down.
There he goes. Yeah. There he goes.
All right. So we need someone who's going from Sydney, eastern and upwards, like Sydney to Brisbane, today or tomorrow, who can pick up the pants between now and 3 from the steps of Sydney Town Hall.
And then hopefully that'll happen. And it looks like we've still got the clock's ticking. It looks like a chicken could be on its way.
Chicken could be in the studio very, very shortly. We've yet to hear back from Matt, but hopefully
and not only
we
that,
will soon.
We've also got an update on the George Foreman No Fingers business.
Indeed.
It's all to play for.
Just after 20 minutes to 2 o'clock, Ross Noble and Terri Psiakis with you.
You can't go wrong with a bit of White Stripes, I think.
You can't.
I went and saw them recently, and a brilliant thing happened. I was sitting up in the balcony, and you know when kids are doing the sort of moshing thing?
Yeah.
And, I was in the sort of seated area, so I was able to kind of, watch the band and then kind of sort of look down on the dancing area. And there was this kid jumping around, they're pushing each other, and he's pushed his mate, and then he's pushed other people, and they're all pushing, and he's gone, like that, and everyone sort of moved back. And he was just left on his own, and he sort of went, and he looked up, and everyone else around him sort of looked at him as if to go, "You dickhead!" And he sort of went, "Oh," and then just shuffled off back into the thing. It was just like, "Yeah, rock." Oh, terribly sorry.
After all that,
yeah. But
have you heard the news about George Foreman?
No.
He's got no fingerprints.
Shut your face.
No fingerprints.
Really?
Yeah, there's proof. If you go to the Ross and Terri page of the Triple J website, triplej.net.au, there's a newspaper article.
What does it say?
I'm a bit husky today. Please excuse me. I don't have my best newsreader
When she
voice.
says she's a bit husky, it means she's been pulling a tiny sled around the studio.
And if I could just point out, if we have Nick from Melbourne waiting on hold, he wouldn't come to the phone before the track finished, so I've popped him on hold. He may or may not be there. Right, Nick, cool. If you are, just hang on. Newspaper article, Foreman gets grilled. Former heavyweight boxer George Foreman, who has reached popularity again with his range of cooking appliances, was held by security for 4 hours at the Miami International Airport today, which was yesterday. Security would not allow Foreman, who'd been doing promotion in Japan, back into the country as he could not provide the fingerprints required by federal law for entry. An accident over 15 years ago while using drain cleaner resulted in chemical burns to both his hands and the loss of most of his fingerprints. A spokesperson for the Miami airport said that it had been an unfortunate misunderstanding and the airport sincerely apologises to Mr Foreman. He also stated that a review of the procedures at the airport had been launched to prevent the situation arising again. That is proof.
That's what it said. Utter proof. I mean, the fact that it was made up by somebody and we just put it on the website.
But it is still proof.
It is proof. It's proof.
It is made up proof.
Yes. So not only have we made something up about George Foreman, we're also suggesting that
people spread it.
At the airport don't know what they're doing either. So, there's 2 lawsuits we're opening ourselves. So basically, that's the plan. Every day we're going to invent a different bit of information. Yeah. Spread it around, tell your mates.
Yeah. Why not? Well, I think someone, if he's there, who has done that. Do I have Nick on the line? No, see
he's
that?
Not there. I'll tell you what, you try and rustle up.
You
try and rustle him up, and I'll spread today's bit of information, right? And do let us know, send into the website and let us know if you did go down the pub or speak to your friends and family and they believed you, because George Foreman has no fingerprints. Somebody did, because somebody told us that, and this is true, that George Foreman has 4 sons, all called George. And yesterday Terri thought that it was a man, that George Foreman had 4 thumbs, and, like thumbs. And somebody's even that's quite weird. I can just hear you in the background doing a bit of admin. A large Hawaiian, and and a small Maori man. 4 thumbs. But somebody emailed in and said that they met a man in Thailand who actually did have 4 thumbs. Did you read that?
Yes, I did, and I think I've got that guy's phone number, so we may
Chris
give
Fuller.
him...
Perfect.
We may give him a call. But now, on the line, someone who has been very busily spreading the rumour. Nick from Melbourne, are you there?
Yes, I am.
You are. Now, tell us, you spread the rumour to someone who reacted quite strangely to it yesterday. They got a bit spun out.
Yes, he's a bit gullible, this bloke in our office, and I worded one of the other blokes up, and we came in and had a big discussion in front of him, and... his eyes started rolling. He couldn't believe it that someone didn't have fingerprints. It was started talking about all the crimes he could commit, and even an hour later he kept bringing it up. So
he was quite taken with the idea that someone, for argument's sake, George Foreman, could have no fingerprints.
Exactly.
Oh, that's good.
And so, how did you start the conversation? Talk us through what happened there.
Well, me and this other fellow we stream you during work, and. We went and got a coffee and we started talking about it, and we said, let's go and start talking about it in front of Ron and see how he reacts. And, and his ears pricked up as soon as we mentioned someone had no fingerprints.
How did you mention it? Was it just you and the other guy? Like, what did you say? Take us through it. Because yesterday we had people ringing up saying, look, I'm up for spreading the rumour, but just tell me exactly how I would phrase it. What was your line of approach?
Well, we actually... said it just loud enough so we knew he would hear us.
Excellent.
And kept hinting at it till he picked up, and he joined straight in.
Nice.
And so were you just going, oh, did you hear about George Foreman, or did you say, oh, that George Foreman?
Oh, I just said, how's that about George Foreman not having any fingerprints? Isn't that amazing?
Brilliant.
How did that happen?
Well done.
Brilliant. So, that's perfect.
What do you do for a Krasnik? What's your workplace?
I'm a draftsman for a builder in Ballarat in Victoria.
And is that what Ron does as well?
Yes.
Excellent.
Poor Ron.
That's great. But the thing is, though, is that now he's going to sell it on. Like, cause when he tells somebody...
Because he fully believes it.
Yeah, there's no ounce... Because, when you start the rumour, there's always that thing that you could get busted, you know?
Exactly.
But when somebody genuinely believes it, bang, you're in.
That's nice.
That's great.
Well done, Nick.
Good work to you, sir.
Thank you for playing.
No worries.
Excellent. See you, mate.
So keep spreading that around, folks. It's George Foreman has no fingerprints. Today's amazing but true did you know that I've come up with.
Yep.
Did you know this, Terri?
What's that?
Did you know that it's illegal in all the countries of the Commonwealth to dress your dog as a member of the royal family? That's honest to God's truth.
It is illegal to dress your dog
as a member of the royal family. I'll tell you why, right? In 1606, Thomas Butterworth, the gamekeeper for Lord Maybelline of Strood, was it's a genuine thing. He was the fella that started the Cosmetics Cup.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Thomas Butterworth, the gamekeeper, maybe it's him, maybe it's not, I don't know. Thomas Butterworth, the gamekeeper to Lord Maybelline of Strood, was taking part in the annual Lord Mayor's Parade of London. Thinking he'd pay tribute to the King, he dressed the hunting hounds as members of the royal family. Unfortunately, in a hurry, he dressed a male dog as the Queen. It got over amorous and began to hump the leg of the Lord Chamberlain. From then on, a law was passed banning the dressing of dogs as royalty, punishable by hanging.
That's a bit extreme.
Punishing by hang, but the law was never amended. Now, obviously, in this country, it's just a fine, right? In the UK, setting fire to a dockyard... no, seriously, setting fire to Her Majesty's dockyard and dressing a dog as a member of the royal family is the only offence still punishable by hanging.
I didn't know that.
That is absolute truth. So when you're chatting to your mates, don't forget, it was Thomas Butterworth, he was a gamekeeper, dressed the dog up, humped the leg of the Lord Chamberlain. Next thing you know, they passed the law, and even now, like, obviously it's just a fine, probably a prison sentence, actually, in this country, you know, still a member of the Commonwealth and all that.
Yeah, but do we care?
Well, no, you don't care, but these are the sort of ancient laws. Commonwealth Games coming up, somebody might think, I might dress my pet up as Her Majesty the Queen.
In team colours.
Yeah, you might get arrested for that. So there's a little bit of a bit of information.
So you can dress your pet in team colours, but just don't put a crown on it?
No, any sort of... Like, it's fine if it's a crown, but if it's an exact replica...
Of the
Queen's crown, or any of the orbs that she carries. Very hard for a dog to carry an orb.
It is.
But that's true. That's absolutely true. Give us a ring if you know any more information about this story.
I'll tell you what, someone who's given us a ring about the George Foreman having no fingerprints story, which is, of course... Well, it's not a story, it's a fact.
It's a fact.
Sam from Hobart, are you there?
I am here.
Wonderful. Now, Sam, you've got an interesting take on this no fingerprints thing.
It's not my son, but it's my very good friend's son, Lockie. He's 4. He was in an accident when he was a toddler, and he fell onto a fire pot, burnt all his hands and all his arms, and subsequently has no fingerprints.
Oh.
He has no fingerprints.
Yeah, and never going to have them ever again. So that's pretty cool for a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
He's got a life ahead of him.
Yeah, but think of the life of crime that he could lead.
Yeah, thankfully he's fully over all the horrendous stuff that happened with it.
That's good. That's good.
So there are other people out there
who have no fingerprints.
I'm not discounting the fact. I'm not saying that it's possible for somebody not to. I'm not saying it's impossible.
They don't grow back though. That's the thing.
Yeah. Once they're gone, they're gone.
But the thing is, George Foreman does have fingerprints.
No, Sam, were you aware? Had you heard of George Foreman?
I hadn't, and when you guys were talking about it the other day, I went, that's Lockie. That's Lockie all over.
But see, that's the thing now. You can say to Lockie, well, hey, it's all right. Look at George Foreman.
Yeah,
heavyweight boxing champion, griller extraordinaire, has no fingerprints.
And is the child displaying a boxing ability?
Not yet, no.
Is he any good at cooking with grills?
No, very good with cooking with trains though. He's a trains, planes and automobiles little boy.
So. Oh, cool. Yeah. Well, say hello to Lockie for us.
Will do.
And feel free to point him in the direction of George Foreman.
I think I might get him one for his 5th birthday.
Get him a grill.
Get him a grill.
And you know what? Lockie has now gone in our Hall of Fame, people with no fingerprints.
People with no fingerprints.
You're going to have a stack load of people now.
Well, you've opened another can.
Well, there you go. Hit us on the website. Go to the Ross and Terri page of triplej.net.au. We want to catalogue the people in this country who are without fingerprints.
Are you working for the police?
No. Not yet.
You know what? I love the idea that the Australian police would actually think, you know what would be a good way of solving crimes? Would be to get a couple of people just to do a bit of a daft radio show, and then we'll entice them in.
Okay,
we'll start a database.
Yeah. Well, thanks for your call today, Sam.
No worries. Great. Love listening to you.
See you
now.
Bye.
That's great. So Lockie is officially, he's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
No fingerprint club.
No fingerprints. And I reckon we'll play a bit of a track, and I reckon there's a guy who emailed us who actually knows someone who has 4 thumbs, I reckon.
Well, that's the other thing. If you've got 4 thumbs, give us a ring. And the crazy thing is that they'll ring a lot faster than everyone else.
Ross Noble, Terri Psiakis with you. It is coming up to 2 o'clock. and therefore the 2 o'clock news. But before then, Rossi brought in a very special leaflet.
Yes, I did. Right,
today.
I'm just going to cover that there. Right, this is a leaflet I found right in Palm Springs. Right, it was in a shop. Right, and it's a shop called Del Sol.
Name dropper.
Yeah, what?
Name dropper.
Del Sol.
Name dropper. No, just,
What?
It's in a shop in Palm Springs.
Oh,
Del
yeah,
Sol,
I
name
do.
dropper.
Sorry.
It's all right.
I thought you knew somebody called
My
Del
fault.
Sol.
No.
Thought it was like an Italian bloke, Derek Sol. Oh, yeah, Del Sol here, lovely. I'll tell you what, if you're ever thinking of visiting Palm Springs, I thought it was going to be I confused it with Palm Beach, Don't do that. It's essentially a retirement community.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we went there and there wasn't a whole heap to do. This is a shop right now. I've covered up this bit here, which is the only thing that gives it away, right?
Okay.
So don't look at that bit.
Okay, I'm not
right?
looking at that bit.
And this is the thing, so why not open your own business, right? So you can open a Del Sol shop, right? What do you reckon their trade is?
Okay, I'm looking at the front, which has a lovely blue sky, blue water, a palm tree, some sun peeping out behind a cloud, the words fun, joy, smiles and memories.
Yep.
Open your
it
own
up.
store.
Just make sure you don't...
Okay.
Where I've covered the thing.
What is it? Hang on. I'm seeing other Del Sol shops. Okay, there's water skiing and stuff. Is it a shop that sells, kind of surf gear and beach gear and...
You'd think, wouldn't you?
That kind of stuff.
Remove the thing and see what it said. This is a shop.
Do I look at the back of it or the
This is a
front?
genuine business. Just look.
Every product changes colour in the sun. What is it?
It's a shop where all they sell is stuff that changes colour in the sun.
So what's it, like T-shirts and stuff?
Yeah, they do T-shirts,
We've
they
got
do
15 seconds to the news.
thongs, they do... I'll just list the things.
That changes
colour
in the sun. This is like hypercolour gone mad.
They've got earrings, they've got pencil cases, they've got...
Ross Noble and Terri Psiakis with you.
And that's pretty... Is my mic on?
It is now, sorry, my apologies.
No, that's quite all right. I was just going to say that I thought for a minute there I'd turned my headphones off and I was going, I'm an idiot.
I'm an idiot.
That's exactly an hour now since our chicken man rang up.
Yeah. There's a guy who was going to bring the chicken to the studio. I hope you're on your way.
Yeah, so good luck and Godspeed to you getting the chicken here. He said that he thought he could do it in under an hour. We've still got 50 minutes of the show left.
We're putting him to the test.
Yeah, we really are.
If I could also implore the lovely man who rang earlier, I didn't get his name, who said he was driving from Melbourne to Adelaide via the Great Ocean Road today. Can you please ring back, because we may be able to send off our northern pants via you.
The final pants as well.
The final pair of pants, still waiting to be launched, the northern pair, the pair that we want to get to Darwin.
And also as well, we'll just remind that fella that ideally, if he could make it here by the end of the show, down South Bank Boulevard...
That might be asking a bit much.
It might be, but, if we can get a chicken here, then we can get a man here. That's the way my mind works.
Correct.
If you can get a man there.
Coming up very shortly, we are going to do the band quiz.
That's going to be on there.
We're trying to arrange for Russell, who is the custodian of the Eastern Pants, to meet up with someone who can take the pants further up and east. Amy, do we have the guy who was going to take them to Brisbane on the phone? Amy, very busy talking to someone on the phone.
She's
Possibly not.
Massively intently, isn't
Possibly not. Possibly not.
She looks like she's getting test results. Is she actually ringing people up, or is she just doing a bit of phoning on her own time?
There's a lot of phone calls.
That was
today.
funny, because I looked across here and she looked very nervous, and then I looked up at the TV and there's a fella on the TV on the bill who was in one of those neck collars, and it was like she was just going, oh yeah, that's terrible. You should see him. He's lying in a neck collar. If you do give us
a call on 1300 0555 36, please be lovely to our producer. Amy Blackmer, who's working with us today.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we take a track from the Tuckabees and come back with the band quiz?
Yes. Have we got anyone to do it?
Someone has shotgunned the band quiz.
Oh, that's good.
Again. So
good luck, chicken man. If you're out there, good luck to you.
Ross Noble, Terri Psiakis on your radio, and it is time for the band quiz. And on the line to participate in the band quiz is Daniel from Sydney.
How you doing?
Not too bad. Now, you're driving a forklift today.
Yeah, today, yesterday, tomorrow, every day.
Oh.
And how's the forklift life treating you?
Oh, yeah, it's all right.
Nice.
You don't sound over happy about that. I would have thought forklifting would have been a little bit of fun.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. It's all right money and it's a bit of fun. It's easy, I guess, yeah.
Good.
It's not my ideal job. I'd rather be building houses, but no car.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I often think that myself, Daniel.
What sort of now we're playing the band, not a band quiz. Is it what sort of, like, I'm giving away all my clothes, right? What sort of would you like a shirt? Like you'll get a copy of my DVD on Real Time, available at all good retailers, and you can also win a piece of my clothing as well if you get this right. So, do you want a T-shirt or a jumper or a shirt? What sort of item would you like?
Did I hear you say the other day you had a Triple J shirt?
The Triple J one, unfortunately, is gone.
It's gone.
That was taken by somebody yesterday. But we've got a bit of quite a fashionable T-shirt there. There's a work shirt there. There's like a work shirt.
Shirt's quite nice, actually.
There's a what else? There's a blue one there. There's quite a nice never been worn.
The cream stripe. That's nice.
That's quite a nice one.
Do you want to play for the cream stripe shirt that's never been worn, Daniel?
Yeah, right, whatever.
It's in good nick.
Yeah, there we go. And that was, that was £60, $60 originally. Look at
Marked down to, what'd you buy it for?
Marked down 14. You know.
You're a bargain hunter, Ross Noble.
Wasn't that nice?
Now, you familiar with how the quiz works, Daniel?
Yes.
Griffith, that's where I bought this.
Griffith, New South Wales.
Yeah, right then. And so DVD and a copy of this. If you get more right than you get wrong. So you now take your time on these. Everything's cool. Just relax. Is it a band or not a band? If it is a band, say a band. If it's not a band, say not a band. Couldn't be simpler. Right, here we go. First one. Pleasant Man's Bag.
Not a band.
It's not a band. Well done. Two Pot Screamer.
Band.
It is a band. Good on you. Ducks in Formation.
What was that, sorry?
Ducks in Formation.
I'm going to say band.
It is a band.
Nice
Good on
one.
you, yeah. George F. and the Finger Problem.
Not a band.
It's not a band. Teddy Turner, Bunsen Burners.
Not a band.
That is a band.
Oh, that's one wrong, Daniel.
Yeah.
Bugger, I wanted to get it correct. Oh, well.
Downstairs Specialists.
That's my band.
Is it? You're not allowed to instantly create a band in order to win. Downstairs Specialist, band, not a band.
Band.
Not a band.
No.
Set Top Boxer.
Not a band.
It's not a band. Leech.
Band.
Not a band.
Oh.
The Hungarian Rap Sadists.
Band.
It is a band.
Nice work.
Yeah. Cocky Laura.
Cocky Laura. Not a band.
Is a band.
Oh.
Windscreen Vipers.
Not a band.
It is a band.
Oh, damn, well, losing that, eh?
Here we go. Revolving Dawn.
Band.
Not a band.
Oh, no. What are you doing, Daniel?
Sorry. Tango Akimbo.
Not a band.
It is a band.
Oh.
Here we go. Next one. Bobcat Nightmare.
What was that? Sorry?
Bobcat Nightmare.
Not a band.
It's not a band. Good on you. Right, here we go.
Oh, neck and neck.
Bowling Pervs.
Not a band.
It's not a band. Minty Witch.
Band.
Not a band. Turbo Turtles.
Band.
It is a band, yes. Cheese Hotspur.
Not a band.
It's not a band. Angry Snuff Puppet.
Not a band.
It is a band. And final one, Local Vet.
Not a band.
He's not a band. How did he do?
Oh, mate, he has won. He's got more right than wrong by one.
Oh, look at that.
So you won by one,
Steve
Daniel.
McQueen jumping on the bike. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Oh, very good. So you receive a copy of my Unreal Time DVD, and you also get the Just Jeans $60 worth of shirt, still with the tag on, and I've peeled off the one that said marked down to 14.
May I ask, Daniel, do you have a horn on the forklift?
Do I have a what, sorry?
A horn.
Yes, I do.
You do. Could we just fade you down, beeping the horn in excitement at having won the band quiz?
Too easy.
All right. Nice. Another happy winner. Stay on the line, Daniel.
Brilliant.
We will get your details. That's fantastic.
That was an excellent bit of horn work there.
That is absolutely
Why
fantastic.
would you want to be building houses if you had a horn like that?
No, it's a question for all of us.
Exactly.
Thank you. An exchange of coins happening.
Yeah.
Ross
We
Noble brought
gamble.
me a water. That'll be $1, he says. I gave him $2 coin.
I was
gave
only
me
mucking
change.
around. Straight away I went, that'll be $1, thanks.
Why not?
Yeah.
Now,
we gamble for money during the break. That's what happens. Yeah.
There are police listening who, you know...
Well, it's not illegal.
Possibly, isn't it?
To gamble for money?
But
we're not doing
not
it
in
on
a
air.
licensed... true.
Not in a licensed premises, you mean?
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Surely the ABC have got some sort of gambling arrangement.
You reckon?
Yeah, of course they are. You know, playing poker and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
Have you ever played poker?
No, I haven't actually. I've watched it on the telly because now there's all these kind of Joker poker and celebrity poker games on cable. It seems to be very big.
Well, I've got one of these DVDs, you know, that learn to play poker.
All right.
Yeah, with Nick Moran from Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels.
That's who you want to learn how to play poker from, isn't
and
it?
there's tons of them out there. They've interactive games, you know, that learn to play poker.
Yeah.
I keep meaning to. I'm trying to get the wife to do it. She won't.
It looks very cool. It does.
It
and
does,
people who
doesn't it?
you have a regular poker night, you know, we get together.
Exactly.
That's what I want, but I can't play the game.
You see, I keep saying to Fran, I keep going, we'll learn to play poker. And she sort of looks at me, you know, that sort of look of just like, no. You know, that sort of thing, like, because
Yes,
I think that there's nothing, there'd be nothing better, nothing more romantic than a bit of husband and wife late night poker.
Strip poker?
Well, possibly.
Where does the romance come into it if there's not an element of, you know, sauciness?
Dim the lights.
And you can't see the cards.
Well, that's true, yeah. But, you know, dim the lights, you know, nice mood.
Yeah, bit of music.
You know, bit of Texas Hold'em. That's all, you know, that's all I'm saying. I've still got to convince her.
No double entendre there at all.
I think I've got two things, like two stupid things a year that I can convince her to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you ever end up buying, was it a fire engine that you wanted?
Oh.
Did you end up getting that? That was last year you mentioned you wanted a fire engine.
Yeah, I was going to get a fire engine. I also tried to get a fireman's pole as well. No, she was right behind the fire engine. Well, no, she wasn't. What it was because we live out, you know, in the bush there, and it's the sort of thing, there's a lot of fire problems and the like. Yeah. And
if I could just interrupt you for just one second. Matt on the phone, just hang on, mate.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Matt. We'll get to you in a second. Look at me.
Settle in for a story. It's all right, we're paying for this call.
I live out there. You know, implying that I'm there all the time.
Yeah, so fires in the area quite often where you live.
So basically, I thought instead of just getting a regular pump, buy the fire engine. You know?
Yeah, see, that's thinking.
Yeah, exactly.
It's wanting the fire engine for a practical purpose, not just come and have a look at my fire engine.
Yeah, and I was going to buy the fire engine, and then she pointed out that if there was a fire, the best thing to do is use your pump, wet down all your stuff that you have to, and then leave. Yeah. And she was quite happy with me having a fire engine. I think it was just the fact that I would want to stay and fight the fire.
Right,
you know?
Yes.
And I think so.
It would encourage that behaviour because if you've got the fire engine there and it's a fire, you're not going to shy away from it. Yeah. There's a sense of duty. There's a sense of, well, I can possibly help in this situation. Of course, you'd hang around.
And I know for a fact that I would stay and fight the fire if I had a fire engine. And sort of out of my sort of love for her, I thought probably best not. You know,
that's wise.
You know. Anyway,
that's
you know, let's learn to play poker properly.
Matt, what would you do with a fire engine if you had one?
I'd hose people down with it.
You'd hose people down. That's the kind of guy you are, isn't it, Matt?
In a sort of a riot control situation.
Would you have the uniform to go with it?
Oh, of course,
yeah.
But one of those old-style helmets, you know?
Yeah, the old silver gold ones.
Well, maybe you can have a look for one of those where you are, Matt. Matt, we spoke to Matt earlier because he was going to the market. He's in Melbourne. He was going to purchase a chicken to give to his mum as a gift, but before he gave it to his mum, he was going to bring it into the studio so that it might peck one Ross Noble. Now, Matt, you're at the Footscray Markets in Victoria. What's the situation?
Well, I've travelled over to Footscray Market. I hadn't been there before, and it's there's no live chickens. They're all dead.
What, as in?
They're all dead and cut up. I'm going to have to go to Queen Vic Market.
Right.
And pick up Mum's gift.
Right.
Yeah.
So the chickens that you found there are dead, as in they are the ones that are for cooking,
People's
not
consumption.
They were alive, and you've now found them all deceased, and you've got something to do with it.
There'd been a massive accident in the chicken section.
So you're saying you reckon you can definitely, literally get your hands on a chicken on Friday?
Yes, because guess what? I got a backup plan.
Oh, what's your backup plan?
Well, my cousins have these punsy little chickens. They're little they're not real chickens. They're chickens, but they're small and they sort of fluff around the place. So I can just borrow one of them.
Are they imposters or what?
They're chickens, but then they're about as big as a chicken nugget.
What, like Shetland chickens?
Yeah, like Shetland chickens.
Hang on, what this?
As
now
in
you've
baby chickens?
Now you've got me interested.
No, they're not babies. They're just miniature chickens.
Are they real?
They're real. They're small and fluffy.
Miniature chickens.
Well, they do peck. They've pecked me on a couple of occasions.
Right.
So hang on. So what are the? There must be a name.
Midget chickens. Midget chickens.
You know what?
Midget chickens. Brilliant. I'm kind of liking the backup plan.
I so hope my
Can you bring
listening.
one of each?
One of each?
Yeah.
That could be interesting. What about a cock? If I could find a cock?
How dare you, Matt? How dare you?
No, not that kind. A male chicken.
Well, look, why don't you just try and get as many chickens as you can on Friday?
I'm seeing these. If these miniature.
Set them all onto Ross.
Yeah, if these miniature chickens exist, I might actually get some of them for myself.
Bloodthirsty miniature chickens.
Because I was going to get... my wife was going to buy me, for my birthday last year, was going to buy me a miniature donkey. But miniature donkeys, there's a lot of hassle involved in miniature. But miniature chickens...
All right, well, look, Matt.
Oh, yes.
Get as many chickens as you possibly can, and you reckon you can bring them into the studio on Friday?
Yep.
All right, you promise?
I promise.
Because we've been let down once today. I know it wasn't your fault, but, the anticipation...
It was, I got to admit. I mean, I feel,
good on you for trying, I should point out. That was a valiant effort. You were going to try and get him here before 3. All right, so Friday is chicken day.
Yep.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right, well, good luck with it, Matt.
Yeah, I'll fire them up for you.
Yeah. There's no doubt you will.
Not in that way. Not on a George Foreman grill.
No.
Did you know George Foreman has no fingerprints?
You're joking.
No. What?
No, that's what I heard.
Where'd you get that piece of information?
A friend of mine down at the bar.
Nice.
That's insane.
Yeah. Nice. All right, well, you take care, Matt.
Okay,
We'll talk to you on Friday.
See you on Friday.
Thanks, mate. See ya.
Bye.
Here we go.
George Foreman has no fingerprints.
George Foreman.
Insane.
Now, from one Matt to another Matt, because we have a Matt in Sydney. Now, we have a very nervous man named Russell sitting at home in Sydney. He is the custodian of our Eastern Pants.
On high alert.
He's on high alert. He was hoping to make it to the steps of the Sydney Town Hall sometime between now and 3 o'clock to exchange the pants with the person who's going to take them on the next leg of the journey. Now, do we have Matt in Sydney on the phone here?
Yes, you do.
We do. Now, Matt, you're going to do the second leg of the journey. Where are you going to take the pants?
We'll be travelling through Coffs and all up the coast and stopping in Brisbane.
Okay, so you're driving?
Yep, driving.
What are you driving?
Little RAV4.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I have one of those myself.
Awesome.
I'm not bad at all.
Okay, so you're going to be given the pants, and for listeners, write this down. Tomorrow, the 12th of January, between 12 and 1 p.m. on the steps of the Sydney Town Hall, and it has to be at that time because Russell has to work after that.
Between what time was it?
Between 12 and 1 p.m.
Yep, that's fine.
on the steps of the Sydney Town Hall. So Russell is going to give you the pants and you are going to take the pants via a few destinations to Brisbane.
Yeah, we might get a few happy snaps as well for you.
Awesome.
And we'll give you the code word.
Yes, off air.
Yeah.
We will give you a code word that you have to say to Russell, because we don't just want any Tom, Dick or Harry going up saying, yeah, thanks, I'll have the pants. So you're going to get a very special word off air.
Should I wear a disguise?
If you like. Why
If you
not?
like.
In fact, you know what would be great is if anyone's going to come down to see the handover of the pants, why not wear a disguise also? I think that would be brilliant.
That wouldn't cause a terrorist alert at all, would it? Just a whole bunch of people in disguises.
And a turban as well. Wear like one of those Bin Laden turbans.
Okay. So now, Matt, when you're going from Sydney to Brisbane, you're making a few stops on the way. When do you anticipate that you will arrive in Brisbane? Because now, of course, we need to organise the next leg of the Eastern Pants journey.
Well, I'll be back on Saturday.
All right, so you'll be in Brisbane on Saturday, you reckon?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so we are potentially looking for someone who's travelling from Brisbane
North.
for maybe, Cairns? Would we be...
Yeah, Townsville or Cairns, somewhere up there. Yeah.
Hit us on the website. Go to triplej.net.au. Go to the Ross and Terri page. If you are going to be travelling from Brisbane further north on, what did we say, Saturday?
Saturday, yeah.
Saturday or after.
That's a changeover that'll have to happen.
It'll have to happen
because we're not here. So.
Yep, or possibly on Monday. All right. Well, Matt, that is brilliant. So we will. We'll speak either to you or to Russell or possibly to both tomorrow between 12 and 1 on the steps of the Sydney Town Hall.
Excellent.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being a part of Pants Around Australia. Now,
Well, it's a big job, so I'll see how I go.
It is a big job. Our delightful producer, Amy, is just gesturing through the glass. She wants to know, roughly, what do you imagine you will be wearing, just so people know who to look out for?
I've got pretty curly hair, so...
You've got curly hair?
Yeah, curly hair and some thongs, denim shorts.
All right. Thongs, denim shorts, curly hair. Pretty cash.
Yeah.
And you'll know your rendezvousist, because he'll be holding some pants.
He will. It'll be easy to spot Russell. What if a whole bunch of people holding pants?
That's where I got to get the code word.
Yeah, but not only that, what if the pants got swapped for slightly inferior pants? No, well they've got the thing on them, haven't they? They've got the.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
they've got the special marking that they were given in Melbourne. Yeah. The little. All right, this is okay. It's going to be all right, mate. Yeah. It's going to be fine. All right, well, hang on the line, and we will give you your secret pants password off air.
All right then.
Hang on the line.
Thanks.
It's happening.
It's happening big time.
It is totally happening, and I'm very, very excited.
Have we got the Adelaide man? Has he rung back yet?
No. Last-ditch attempt between now and 3 o'clock. If you are the lovely gentleman who rang up saying that you were going from Melbourne to Adelaide via the Great Ocean Road today, if you could call us back, 1300 0555 36, because you may be our northern pants man.
Yep. Or alternatively, anyone that's going to Adelaide... We need to get another pair to Adelaide to get, or, towards, or Broken Hill even, for that matter.
Because, I'll tell you why, I'll tell you the importance of this. We have someone who can take the pants from Adelaide to Darwin on the GAN, which is the train.
Look at that.
He's the train manager of the GAN. He can, if he can leave with the pants from Adelaide on Sunday, we can get him to Darwin. That's how important this is. So we need someone who can get the pants from Melbourne to Adelaide before Sunday.
Of course, if we thought about it, we could have just given them to the,
Hey, we didn't get the GAN guy until after they left. So there was,
Yeah, that's true. It was Jessica and Emma, wasn't it?
They've gone. No, let's send them forth. I'm confident that we'll get someone else.
It's Jessica and Emma that
have taken them to Adelaide.
Yes.
That's right. All right.
I got confused.
Ross Noble, Terri Psiakis on your radio this afternoon.
It was almost like you played that to sort of just chill it, just go, hey, everybody.
Yeah, look, we've been through a lot today. It's been busy. We've done a lot. There's been a lot of phone calls. Amy, very stressed on the phone, but coping just so brilliantly. Yeah. And, there's been a lot going on.
It just did you see that?
Why don't you just run in?
As we mentioned...
Amy, come and yell at you.
Yeah.
Ranger George wants to talk to you about the miniature chicken.
Ranger George.
Of course.
He's on line 3.
We're talking about miniature chickens, and Ranger George is right there.
Ranger George.
God bless you, Amy. Right then, let's go to Ranger.
See, we don't even have to call him, he calls us.
Exactly.
It's very Laura all over
Hello to
again.
Ranger George.
G'day, George.
How are you going?
Not too bad at all. How's yourself in the world of the animals?
Oh, not too bad. No, I've had a fairly busy morning. But, I've been busy feeding krillix.
Feeding cruets, did you say?
No, krillix.
Right.
Krillix?
Yeah, krillix. Well...
Oh, I see. They're the little beasts that you get acrylic from, aren't they?
Yeah, when you buy a shirt or something that's 100% acrylic,
yeah,
well, that comes from krillix, and that's what we grow, so...
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, no, they're acrylics. They're like a mouse, but they're more of a guinea pig, aren't they?
Yeah, and a lot more sort of hair, that's right.
See, I always thought acrylic was a man-made fibre.
No.
Oh, man-made because the men goes through so much effort to grow the animals. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they were created. They're not like they're like, you know how a mule is a mule's like a donkey and a horse.
Yeah.
Makes a mule.
Yeah.
Well, you have to get like a guinea pig and a rabbit, but you have to create it to get the acrylic.
Well, there you go. George, Ranger George, how educational are you? So what's your take on miniature chooks?
Well, I'm a bit worried because, I mean, if Ross gets pecked by a miniature chook, it's almost like doing a nude run but not taking your pants off.
So you reckon it's a bit half-assed?
Yeah, I reckon it is.
Well, I mean, the thing is, right, that, like, how many, and you'll know this because you're a fully qualified ranger, we've decided.
Yeah, right.
How many...
And I'm a vet.
I love that. How many tiny chickens makes up one regular peck?
Oh, well, it depends how small. If they're fully grown miniature chickens and they're quite small, it could be up to sort of 7 or 8.
Right, which, bizarrely enough, was exactly the same number that
of
pecks that our earlier caller. What was
Miles, 11-year-old Miles.
That's right. Well, see, he's a very intelligent boy.
He sounded like it.
Yeah.
So, which would mean that would be 7 or 8 pecks from those would be... How many would that be of a
Would be one of a regular chook. So you'd probably have to get bitten. Yeah, they get pecked, between sort of,
50,
a lot of
50
times.
60 times, yeah.
Well, I think we're just going to have to take a gamble and just we have no idea what Matt from Melbourne is going to bring us on Friday, so it might be a shock
that's right.
to all of us.
Get him to bring some chook pellets.
Chook pellets.
Yeah, and get Ross to roll around in them for half an hour before.
Well, I think we're going to have to get what we're given. We're just going to have to go with it.
I know.
You know what? Down here at the studios, we've got like a big glass window, like one that we can see Amy in the other room answering the phone calls, and the other one's just like out onto the open plan sort of corridor area. And that would fill me with no greater joy than just to see like people who are just working in the news departments in Melbourne Symphony or all that, just to walk past, see me rolling around in chook pellets.
Being picked by miniature chickens.
Oh, no.
Well, thank you very much, Ranger George.
No, that's all right. I just thought I better, make sure he wasn't going to go half-assed.
And can I just say it was foolish of us, and I apologise that we didn't call you to get your whole take on that.
Oh, no, that's right. I'm sure you've got lots
us.
of things on your mind.
Yeah, no, it's been a busy day.
That's right.
Pants off all around the country.
Well,
see if you can get some through Deniliquin and I'll get some animals to bite them.
That could be,
Oh, yeah, that's an idea.
Hang on, how many balls have we got in the air now?
That's right. Rightio.
All right then, Ranger George.
George.
We'll hopefully speak to you tomorrow.
That's right. I'll speak to you later.
Take care.
Bye.
I can't believe I was,
Look, what about, I'm an honest person.
Yeah.
I freaking believed that there was such a thing as acrylic. And I really did think that I'd learnt something today.
But you know what's good?
You know
what's good about that? Like you've took one for the team in many ways because what you've proved there, right, is I've given you a fine example of that's
how not to trust you.
Essentially.
Pretty much.
Yeah. No, but it's the sort of thing where that's what you have to... Like, when you're selling these things, like when you're telling people that it's a crime to dress your dog up as the Queen, or George Foreman hasn't got any fingerprints, you've really got to go on the podcast, right? Get that bit, listen to it again. Learn from the master.
What threw me? If it had just been you telling me that, I would have sniffed that bullshit from a mile away.
Yeah.
But... Ranger George, You've got to watch that Ranger George.
Yeah.
The fact that he went along with it, I just went, well, if Ranger George says it's true, then it must be true.
You don't know he's not a real ranger.
Yeah, I know
he's
that.
He's just a bloke that works on a farm.
I know. Now, last couple of days, and we are swiftly running out of time, we have been making phone calls to the customer service numbers.
Just nuisance calls,
really.
Yeah,
nuisance calls. The customer service numbers that you find on, the back of everyday household items, products, etc. Yesterday you had a choice between Caramello Koala Hotline and Cotty's Jelly Crystals. You chose Cotty's, which means today we get to call the Caramello Koala Hotline, which I will do right now. If you'd like to just make it.
I'll just... would you like... Beep, 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 boop, 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 boop. I was trying to do some sort of phone noise. It sounded more like the book Roger. I don't know what I'm going to ask, actually. Hang on. Oh, I better have a think.
Welcome to Cadbury Schweppes Consumer Services. Your call is important to us, and an operator will be with you shortly.
We didn't speak to them yesterday, did we?
Wasn't Cotty's on by then?
Just a moment.
Were they? Oh, I hope we get that same woman. Here you go.
Tracy speaking. How can I help you?
Hello there. Is that the Caramello Koala hotline?
It's Consumer Services for Cadbury.
Oh, right, okay. But you do the Caramello Koala?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, I was just ringing up because I'm visiting Australia at the moment, and I was in an animal sanctuary, and I've been feeding some koalas chocolate, and one of them started shaking quite badly. And I just wanted to know, I think I've made a terrible error. It's not designed to be fed to koalas, is it?
You shouldn't feed chocolate to koalas, no.
Oh, I've made a terrible error. What could you recommend? Like, the koala, he's sort of shaking like that, and he was kind of going... Not like a vomity thing, more like a sort of like he was possessed, you know? Like he was like by the devil or something. Like that. And what should I, what would you, have you got any of your products that would be like an antidote?
No, not at all.
Oh dear.
Where did you do this?
It was at, it was a sanctuary just outside of Adelaide.
Oh, you should have just asked one of the keepers.
Yeah, but when you fed chocolate to a koala, you can't just go up and ask a keeper, you know?
Well, you should. If you don't do that anyway.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. What? Just one final question, just before I go. What? Any of your products suitable for as a sort of a source or accompaniment to koala meat?
No.
Oh.
We make chocolate.
Oh, okay. Thanks anyway.
You're welcome.
I think he's come back to life. Oh my God, it's a miracle! Did you know George Foreman doesn't have any fingerprints?
Oh, really?
He doesn't. No. You've sussed me, haven't you? You're on the radio now. I just thought I'd ring up and see how... What we're doing is you're live on Triple J, by the way, so don't swear. We've been ringing up different customer service lines just testing to see whether or not people get arsey with us for being annoying. And you've passed the test.
And you were quite lovely, Tracy.
This is
from
Terri.
Triple J.
Oh, my God.
You didn't try and take the piss at all, really?
No.
You sounded slightly concerned about the fact that I was feeding chocolate to a koala, but you didn't get angry and you didn't attempt to contact the authorities.
No.
Yeah. You know how sometimes when you ring up a customer service line it says your phone call might be recorded for training purposes?
Yes.
Well, this is the flip side of that. We now ring you up and record you for training purposes, and this will now be played to anyone that's thinking about doing a radio show. And you're spreading love around the world. But could you do me a favour? How many people work in your office there?
9 of us. 10 of us, sorry.
Do you have the radio on?
No, I don't.
No, that's good.
Are you allowed to have the radio on?
Oh, technically no.
Okay. Well, listen. Tomorrow, right? What was your name again? Sorry.
Tracy.
Tracy. Right. Well, we'll give you a hello tomorrow. Can you put the radio on in the office so you can all listen to our show? We're on between 12 and 3 every day. Only for 2 weeks though, because we're lazy and we can't be asked doing a whole year. But what you've got to do, right, this is the challenge that we're setting people. We've made up this story that George Foreman, you know, the boxer and the grill man?
Yes.
He doesn't have any fingerprints, right? He does, but we're telling people to... So can you just put that around the office, that George Foreman doesn't have any fingerprints?
Okay.
Okay, good work.
All right, then.
Okay, and listen tomorrow between 12 and 3, and we'll say hello to you.
All right, then.
All right, then.
Thanks for being a good sport, Tracy.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too. See you, mate.
Bye.
I like Tracy.
That's the way to do it, you see.
That is the way to do it.
A lot of what a lot of people do is they'll do a bit of advertising, you see. They'll maybe have posters printed up.
Yeah.
Listen to Terri and Ross on the radio, you know. Not us.
Just prank people.
We just ring them up and tell them to listen. In fact, that's what we should do. Let's do that tomorrow. Let's just ring somebody at random. Let's just ring people at random and tell them to listen to the show. Let's boost them ratings.
Well, I tell you what, if they do listen to the show tomorrow, they will be able to hear a handover of our Eastern pants with a minute and a half left before the news, Ross. The handover of our Eastern pants. If you are in Sydney, you might like to take a trip down to the Sydney Town Hall and be on the steps of the Sydney Town Hall between 12 and 1 p.m. to see Russell, who took the Eastern pants from Melbourne to Sydney, hand the pants over to Matt, who is taking the pants from Sydney ultimately to Brisbane.
Take your cameras, maybe take something a sticker or something to put on the pants.
Yes.
Or maybe something to put in the pocket of the pants.
Feel free to take a camera and take a photo of the handover
send it to
the Ross and Terri page of triplej.net.au.
And maybe ring us up as well on your mobile, and we could talk to people as it's being handed over.
And maybe get a commentary, because that's the thing I was thinking, do we ring and speak to Russell or do we ring and speak to Matt? I reckon they're both busy. Let's ring and speak to someone who's watching the handover and get them to describe what's happening.
And maybe form a circle.
Maybe.
That'd be nice.
And start a slow clap.
A slow clap. Pants,
that
pants,
could be,
pants,
yes,
pants,
a pants chant.
And then everyone could... We'll try and find Paul McCartney's Play the Pipes of Peace. And on the word pipes, we'll go pants really hard. Play the pants.
That is all coming up on Triple J between 12 and 3 tomorrow. News up next, and then Miff, to get us to the news, a couple of seconds of...
See ya!
Triple J. 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 Triple J.